Point Church. We are Lucas and Allie, and we're so excited to get to sing with you this morning.
Yep, today we're going to sing a song. Maybe you've heard of it, but we're going to sing about when we get to heaven, all the things that we're going to do when we get there.
Yeah, and this song has a lot of hand motions, so I'm going to show them to you right now, but I'm also going to do it throughout the song. So just keep your eyes on me and follow me. So first we're going to view that holy city, so make sure you're viewing around. We're going to meet our loving Jesus. You're going to meet him, shake his hand. Then we're going to sit at the welcome table. And then we're going to feast on milk and honey. Make sure you grab handfuls of that. And then we're going to fellowship forever. And then we're going to sing and never get tired. And so we're going to go through the whole song, but each time we're going to sing one of those and then build on it. So it'll be View the Holy City and then View the Holy City and Meet My Love in Jesus, and we'll just go on. So just follow. It's going to be lots of fun. I'm gonna view that holy city. Oh, I'm gonna view that holy city one of these days. I'm gonna view that holy city. I'm gonna view that holy city one of these days. Oh yeah, I'm gonna meet my love in Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna meet my love in Jesus one of these days. I'm gonna meet my love in Jesus. I'm gonna view that holy city, meet my love in Jesus one of these days. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Oh, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. I'm gonna view that holy city, meet my love in Jesus. Sit at the welcome table one of these days. Oh yeah, I'm gonna feast on milk and honey. Oh, I'm gonna feast on milk and honey one of these days. I'm gonna feast on milk and honey. I'm gonna view that holy city, meet my love in Jesus. Sit at the welcome table, feast on milk and honey one of these days. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fellowship forever. Oh, I'm gonna fellowship forever one of these days. I'm gonna fellowship forever. I'm gonna view that holy city, meet my love in Jesus. Sit at the welcome table, feast on milk and honey, fellowship forever one of these days. Ooh, last one. I'm gonna sing and never get tired. Oh, I'm gonna sing and never get tired one of these days. I'm gonna sing and never get tired. I'm gonna view that holy city, meet our love in Jesus. Sit at the welcome table, feast on milk and honey, fellowship forever, sing and never get tired one of these days. Oh, yeah. Woo! Great
Good job, everybody.
Hi, I'm Samantha Lamb, and I am the director of our children's ministry, Kids Point, here at the Turning Point Church. And I'm back again this week with another lesson for you from the Bible, and I can't wait to tell you my story. So this story, we've been learning a lot about compassion. Do you guys remember what compassion is? Do you remember when Tiffany a couple of weeks ago hit her head on the basketball, and she just wanted somebody to give her a hug maybe, or give her a kind word and encouragement? That's compassion, when you see somebody that may be having a hard time and you're kind to them. So I have another story for you guys about compassion that has to do with Jesus. So our story is found in Luke 7 verse 11. And actually, even I was looking at the Bible and realized that even the story above it was kind of similar. But in Luke 7, Jesus and his guys are traveling down the road, and they're outside of the city called Nain. I think that's the way you say it. Anyways, they're outside the city and they see this funeral procession. Well, back in Bible times, when somebody died, they would carry the coffin to the cemetery where they would be burying them. And so here comes this big procession, and there's a guy that has died and he's inside the coffin. And he sees the woman that's crying over the body, and because he's Jesus and he knows everything, the woman is a widow, meaning her husband has died too. And this was her only son. This was all she had left. She didn't have anybody else. It was just her and her son. And now her son has died. Wow, what would that feel like? I mean, talk about a downer of a discussion to talk about on a Sunday morning Bible lesson. This is really sad, isn't it? I mean, sometimes when we see people like hurting like that, don't you feel like, do I really want to even engage that? They feel so bad. I don't want to feel bad. What am I supposed to do? How are you supposed to help somebody feel better? Well, let's see what Jesus did. Jesus goes up to this woman, and the first thing he does is he just has compassion and love for her. In fact, I'm going to tell you about a word called empathy. So there's a couple of differences between sympathy and empathy. They're kind of all under compassion. Sympathy is when you're like, oh man, that's really bad. I'm sorry that happened to you. But empathy is when you choose to feel what the other person is feeling. Now, obviously, Jesus had never married, and he wasn't a widow, and he didn't have a son that died. But he could choose to be with this woman in her sadness. And so that's what he did. He took time to be with this woman in her sadness. And then after they connected, he raises this guy to life, which is amazing. But I want you to think about how you can be more like Jesus. And obviously, you're not going to be raising anybody from the dead. I'm not going to be raising any from the dead. That's Jesus's job. But what we can do is we can learn to have compassion and sympathy and even empathy for people. So maybe you see your mom and she's really tired, but she still has to do a bunch of work. And you're like, man, I totally get that, Mom, because there are times I got all this schoolwork to do and I don't want to do it. I just want to go play video games. That's empathy. That's learning how to empathize with your mom or your brothers or your sisters or your friends or your teachers. So that's your challenge this week. Think about how you might be able to empathize with somebody and help them feel encouraged by God's love through you. All right, guys, I love you so much. I hope you have a great week, and I can't wait to come back next week. See you then. Bye.